Y'all for tuning back in with Mr. Worldwide. Today's topic, people. I'm just messing with y'all. First things first. Glory to my Father, the Most High God. Today's topic, people, is conflict. I'm going to give you the definition of conflict, the statement that best defines conflict, what makes a conflict, three basic types of conflict, other words to use for conflict, three main causes of conflict, what creates the conflict, and you're going to need this one, people, how to avoid a conflict. All right. The definition for conflict is a serious disagreement or argument, typically a protracted one. A serious disagreement or argument, typically a protracted one. Okay, quick example, people. Two of them. The internal conflict between the sexes. The internal conflict between the sexes. That's one. Got another one for you, people. Parents and children interests, sometimes conflicts. Parents and children's interests, sometimes conflict. Made me think of that song by Fresh Prince, Parents Just Don't Under. Yeah, it's that song. Yeah, a lot of y'all ain't know where I was going with that, especially if you ain't born in my era. But anyway, we're going to keep it going. All right. Now, the statement that best defines conflict, people. The statement that best defines conflict. And it's like this. The internal or external discord that results from differences in ideals, values, or feelings between two or more people. The internal or external discord that results from differences in ideals, values, or feelings between two or more people. All right, moving along. Moving right along to the next page. Now, although we're going to keep it rolling, this makes a conflict, people. Incompatibilities, I think I said that right. Perceived interests, needs, and goals between two or more people that are stuck. Incompatible abilities, perceived interests, needs, and goals between two or more people that are stuck. Now, perceived differences are found in families, workplaces, and communities, all the places humans interact. And that's a fact. All right? The basic types of conflict. You got task conflict, you got relationship conflict, and you got value conflict. Now, if we break all of these down one by one thing for sure, two things for certain, and three things to guarantee, you done all experienced these tests before, whether if you know it or not. And I'm going to prove it to you. All right. The first one was task conflict. Now, that goes straight back to what? What? Perceived differences are found where? Workplaces. That's right there. See what I told you? See what I'm saying? Off real. I already done proved it to you. One person want to do the job, other person can care less. That's going to be a conflict. It's going to be a conflict in the middle of that. One person trying to get it done, other person moving slower and slower. That's going to create a conflict. See what I'm saying? One person just ready to finish so they can go home, other person don't even want to finish. They just want to go home. See what I'm saying? Those are some quick examples for task conflict. Now, relationship conflict. Do I have to break this one down for y'all? Let me know, ma'am or sir. Do I have to break this one down for y'all? I don't really feel like I have to. But I just say one thing. A lot of y'all are in relationships that y'all shouldn't be in. That's going to create a conflict. There's your one example. There's your one example. That's all you're going to get for that one. Now, value conflict is a major one. It's a major one. Value conflict is a major one because it goes back to two of my other videos, which is what? Self-esteem and self-worth. Speaking on the value of you as an individual, ma'am or sir. You got that, people? Speaking on the value as you as an individual, ma'am or sir. Did you get that, people? Okay. Don't worry about the police or the ambulance or whatever you hear in the background. They ain't coming for me. So, that being said, we're going to keep it moving. Now, open communications and collaborations and respect can go a long way. That can go a long way. Open communication, collaborations, and respect can go a long way towards conflict management. Even conflict got to be managed. Yeah, I told you before, everything's a process, people. Everything's a process. Everything's a process. For real, for real. You know? Keep looking down at this thing right here so y'all can't tell where I'm at. Zoom in, you still ain't gonna know, especially if you ain't from here. Anyway, now, moving along, people. On to the next page. On to the next page. This is what creates, my bad. Here we go. I done jumped too fast. Threw the paper to the side. Alright, this is where we at right here now. 3 types of conflict you can also benefit from, people. 3 types of conflict you can also benefit from. That's what it's telling you. So I just give you the names of them. 1 is targeted conflict. 2 is resolution conflict. 3 is tactics conflict. They say you can benefit from all 3 of those. That's what they say. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you know. See what I'm saying? I don't know who little shit I'm under, but it's alright. Alright, so we're gonna do it like this. Keeping it moving. 8 other words for conflict, people. I got 8 of them on here for you. 8 other words you can use besides conflict. Okay? Alright. 1 is battle. 2 is clash. 3 is combat. 4 is competition. 5 is rivalry. 6 is strife. 7, struggle. That's what it is. 8 is wrath. You know what I'm saying? 7 was struggle. You don't know. Exactly. And you don't know my struggle. But anyway, 8 is wrath. Simple as that. Okay. Now, what creates the conflict, people? Now, this is interesting because this is what you need to know. I know already because I done the research. But this is what you need to know. What creates the conflict? What creates the conflict, people? Well, I'm going to tell you. 1 is lack of common understanding. 2 is poor communication skills. And 3 is unclear and unfair expectations. Now, I'm going to shoot you a quick story. I've been a couple of different places lately. But I was in this one town, and I decided, make me a little fettuccine or whatnot, right? You feel me? Trying to give me a few pesos here and there, you see what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, I slide through the community or whatever, I'm looking, boom, I spot something. It's a house restaurant. But the outside look a total mess. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I do this. This gonna fetch a nice little penny right here. They're gonna have to pay me nice on this one. Notice what I said. They're gonna have to pay me nice on this one. Not, I'm gonna tell them how much I want for this one. Already. Poor communication skills already in effect before I even get to the people. See what I'm saying? So I got the dude, he's like, well, how much you gonna charge? I'm like, man, just pay me for what the job's worth, because I ain't want to lose the job. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make as much as I could, but I ain't want to lose the job. I ain't want him to feel like, oh, he can get somebody cheaper or whatnot. You feel me? I was just dumb on my part. I'll tell you straight up. It was just dumb on my part. And that's pretty much how it went. So basically, I done the job. I started the job that same day around about 1:30, 2 o'clock that afternoon. Around about as soon as sundown hit, or as soon as the sun started going down, they pulled me from the job. And he asked me at the beginning, though, he was like, how much you gonna charge me? I was like, hey, just pay me for what the job looked like once I'm done. Should have gave him a price. But I didn't give him a price, people. So, with that being said, I didn't give him a price. That's pretty much where I shot myself in the foot at, right from the beginning. Not knowing I shot myself in the foot at the time. But that's what I did. Okay? Like I said, I started the job 1:32 that afternoon. Bam. Did the whole right side of the front yard first. So that means this is a house restaurant. It got a front yard, 2 sides, and a back. Notice I said 2 sides. One side got a ditch on it. Yeah. One side got a ditch on it. Ain't that something? But anyway, it was all connected. So it was all part of the job. Okay, whatever. No biggie. Now, after I did the little bit I done, which I knocked off that first whole front right side, knocked it all off, that front right side, that first side, that right side, and knocked all that off. Should have took pictures of it, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So, like I said, they come and pull me off the job around about sundown and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, what y'all gonna shoot me for? What I done? But it's like, oh, you get paid when you come back and finish. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I want to play this game. I got something for y'all. So I asked him, I said, so what time you coming back in the morning so I can meet you here? He told me 8 o'clock. I say, oh no, I'll be here before 8. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be here before 8, bro. I'm gonna be here before you. Now, this the part that they did not see coming. So this is the part that really disturbed them the most and really wanted to make them cut my pay. This is the part that disturbed him and his boss lady. I think it disturbed the boss lady more than it disturbed him. He tried to act like he was trying to help me, but he wasn't. He was down with the plan, how it was going anyway. But he was pretending like he wasn't or whatever, trying to keep me cool, or how you say, trying to keep a person at bay without starting a conflict or having a confrontation. You feel what I'm saying? Making it a confrontation. But anyway, from a confrontation to a conflict, whatever. So I say, I'll be there before then. Next morning came, I was there before the rooster started crowing. Yeah, I was already out there at it. And it was cold. It was colder than I don't know what out that mud. But you know, about 5-10 minutes later, as I done been out there, I done got hot because I'm moving. So I done had to come out my coat and my first sweatshirt. Well, my first hoodie, as you see. I got a hoodie on now. I had on 2 hoodies that morning and a sweatshirt underneath. I had to come out both of them hoodies. It's one at a time though, because you know you just can't snatch all that type of stuff off when you all sweaty like or hot or sweating like that, and it's real cold like that, you get sick. Just a little quick knowledge for y'all that don't know. So That's pretty much how it went. By the time he got there, around about 9 something going on 10, I was picking up my pals, people. I was picking up the piles, meaning I done did the whole everything. I done did the whole left side, front. I done did the whole left side of the house restaurant, and I done did the back, people. I was picking up piles when Buddy pulled up. See what I'm saying? So by 12 o'clock, before 12, I was done. Yeah, I'm like that. But before 12 o'clock, I was done. Not that it wasn't no big deal. And it was a lot. That's why I said I should have took pictures, threw them up here later on, but it was a lot. I mean, that yard was terrible. And I did it all by myself. Nobody came out there to help. And everybody who was in that little town that seen me, all they kept doing was speaking or either acting like they didn't see me. That was on the first day. The second day, they ain't really get to see me because I tell you around by 12, it was over. Before 12, it was over with. So nobody really see me that day over there like that. But they see me all that first day I started. They just started coming left and right out of nowhere. People just coming from out of nowhere. See what I'm saying? But that just goes back to what creates the conflict. It wasn't my lack of common understanding. No, I understand perfectly where I messed up. And I understood perfectly where they should have paid me more. You see what I'm saying? I messed up in the poor communication part when I didn't tell this man when he asked me how much I wanted to charge. So afraid of losing the job, I ain't want to give dude no price. So I just told him, you pay me for what the job looked like, which I felt was fair. Because that way, if I do a job for you and it ain't to your liking, then you going to pay me what you pay me. But if I do a job for you and it exceeds your expectations, yeah, give me that paper. Period. And give it to me like you love the job I done too. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. So that's why I figured he was gonna do that for me, but he didn't. He flipped the script. Like I said, when he pulled up around about 9 something, 10, probably going on 10:30, I was picking up my piles. He told me he wasn't coming to 8. Now what if I'd have waited? What if I'd have waited till he got there? I'd have been there almost all that day, still getting it done. But because I came early, didn't wait for him to get there, I was already out there. Now everybody all concerned, once I'm done, everybody all concerned about how long it took me. That shouldn't even matter. The job is done. The job is superb. It's finished. Now it's time for y'all to pay, but not everybody got a question on top of a question. How long was he out there? When did he start? That don't matter either. Give me me. You know what I'm saying? That don't matter. Give me. But because of my poor communication skills at that time, it became unclear of what I wanted. See what I'm saying? It became unclear of what I wanted. And I ended up with unfair expectations. Even though the job was good. Even though the job was awesome. I ain't care nothing about that. If I'm being honest about it, she ain't care nothing about that. This lady was more concerned about when I started and how long it took me. That don't matter, lady. It's done. Give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Give me my money. Quit playing with me. All right? Moving along. Just giving you a quick story. But since it fit, the category, I thought I'd get that to y'all. Now, how to avoid a conflict. Now, you need to listen up, people. Because this one right here could probably save your life. So I'm going to need y'all to listen up clearly, okay? Listen up. And that's the first one. Practice active listening. Practice active listening. That means if you are not a good listener, you need to practice how to listen. Okay? 2, communicate clearly. And that's where I messed up at. Didn't communicate clearly. Just say, hey, man, do this for me, and I'm going to do this for you. Yeah, that won't happen no more, though. It's all good. They got away with that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I still got paid. I just didn't get what I wanted. But he still put some extra syrup on them pancakes. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he ain't give me what he wanted to give me because I told him I want more. And I meant what I said. You know what I'm saying? He threw a little riffraff in there talking about some, but I could have just gave you whatever because you ain't never tell me no pricing. And you could call and do whatever you want to do. It don't matter. I can be like, okay. Like, yeah, he was right. But at the same time, guy don't like ugly, so it wouldn't have went good for him anyway. That's why I told him, okay, you don't want to give me this, well, you still gonna have to, I still want this. Oh, you can't give me that? Okay, well, let me get that. And let me get that too. So I took everything that he pulled out his pocket that he put back in there. I got that too. Extra syrup on the pancakes. Okay. All right. Number 3, show empathy. Show empathy, people. Number 4, have an understanding for another person's perspective. That means you got to see both sides of the coins. You got to be looking at both sides of that coin when you're talking about you in a conflict with somebody. Yeah, you got to. Now, moving along, people. Still in the same spot, though, but we're going to the next one. Like I said, have understanding for another person's perspective. 5, manage your emotions. Y'all know what manage your emotions mean. I ain't got to tell you that. Manage your emotions. I ain't even finna go into that with you. Avoid assumptions. Now, a lot of y'all make up out yourself when you make assumptions. See what I'm saying? See how I did that? A lot of y'all make up out yourself when you make assumptions. Seven, find common ground to agree when disagreements arise. Now, what the Bible says about conflict, my favorite topic, right? Okay. The Bible encourages people to resolve conflicts and live in peace with each other. The Bible encourages people to resolve conflicts and live in peace with each other. Got another one. Hebrews 12:14 through 15 says people should resolve their differences privately with each other. If that don't work, you should seek help from others. People should resolve their differences privately with each other. If that doesn't work, you should seek help from others. And that came from, like I said, Hebrews 12:14 through 15. And that's all I got for y'all on conflict. But I appreciate y'all for coming in. Appreciate y'all for hitting them subscribe button. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button as soon as you got him. Because you know it was going to be another good one. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all the love. The positive love. Y'all be blessed.